Alright, so we just got done with the workday, and got back today. Today's structure and format is going to go a little bit different than what I usually do. And I mean that as in switching up, because I usually start with some of the heavier lifts like deadlifts. But I backed off with deadlifts a little bit more and focused more on like width. So if you're looking to add width, lat pull downs, if you're looking to add size, it's dumbbell rows, bent or like a seated cable row. And I'm focusing more on a little bit of the width. I like thickness. I'm pretty thick, just in general, I guess, in my back. I store a lot of fat in my back and in my face when I do bulk. It's been a while since I bulked, but I'm trying to get some width, and so I want to do some more pull downs and really target the lats in a good way. So doing some vertical pulls, that's key. And right now this is stoplight is just pretty aggravating because the cross traffic, it'll stop. That cross traffic, that stoplight is just, I don't even need pre-workout after that. It's just annoying coming home. You have to wait at that stoplight for, anyways. Just a little agitated, and but we are approaching the weekend, so getting a good lift in is gonna push us through. Today's back. We're gonna do a few deadlifts. Started off with some lat pull. I think we're gonna start off with some lat pull downs, honestly. And I throw in some. I think I'll have to look, but I throw in some leg movements, either like calf work or quad work, I believe. And that's at the end. But yeah, looking forward to back day. I think back day it can be hit or miss, and I know many of us, even myself included, at one point hated back. Not hated it, but it was just, you hate the workouts that you don't get the good pumps with. You got your arms, you got shoulders, you got chest. Typically you get a good chest, arm, or shoulder pump, but back, most people don't really know how to engage their back, in a sense. I mean, I've seen it, and if you just don't know how to engage or get that correct mind-muscle connection, one, back will instantly not become one of your top favorite workouts, but two, you probably have a back that's more than likely lagging, and that's something that comes with time, knowledge, and just hitting it frequently. Just start with hitting it with a high volume, either a high number of reps until you feel something, or just keep throwing it in, like work on it 2 or 3 times a week. Anything that you feel like you're not getting good activation in, like your back, as far as like if it's a specific movement or just your back in general, throw it in there. All of my lifts are great because I have a good mind-muscle connection. That's what makes it awesome to continue doing, keep crushing PRs. And I think that's something that you should take away from this, is develop a good mind-muscle connection. That is key. If you can develop that, one, like I said, you create those insane sick pumps, and two, you won't have to worry about any lagging body parts, because if you're in that mindset of, well, it's not going to grow, I don't respond to this movement, this workout, I'm just going to skip it completely. That is kind of a it's a poor excuse. Get good at it if you love it. I love it. But you're going to want to get good at it. So if you love it, you're going to want to get good at it. Anyways, we've got that on deck today. We're going to start with, I might even do some single arm, just to isolate the lats a little bit more. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a kneeling, and I'll show you, a kneeling single arm lat pull down. We'll see how that looks. But might try that. Get a little bit more variety. Get it a little bit differently. And like all my workouts they've been great this week. But even last night, it's good to throw around a little bit of weight. Use a little bit of momentum just to get it from point A to point B, keeping the form relatively in check. It's all in trial and error sometimes. What works for you? Slowing the movements down, slowing the exercises down until you feel something, until you feel muscles being activated. Or if you're like me, this week was kind of a focus on momentum a little bit, pushing weight, pushing the numbers a little bit, using momentum to my advantage. It's been good. It's pushing as much blood as I can into that specific and desired muscle. So that is going to be the plan today. So pushing that till failure, pushing it more so to failure. All right, let's get it. All right, so what we got next? We're gonna go close grip, lat pull down, and for me, anyways, just the regular wide lat bar is fine. But sometimes I get a better squeeze when I can. Oh gosh, here we go. I can get the close grip, keeps everything nice and tight. And I get a better squeeze because and overall just a better pump when I'm able to do that. So just loading. We're gonna go in for about 20 reps on this first set. I always like going with kind of a lighter set at first, just because I want to push as much blood as I can and squeeze the lats, because that's about the only thing that I ever respond to is high volume when it comes to back. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. Here we go. Nothing too crazy. All right. Okay, let's get it. Get yourself. And the key for these is getting this nice and tight, but then using your feet and planting and driving, like press your legs up into the leg pad. That's first and foremost the biggest thing in keeping yourself stable. So here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, easy 20, easy 20. Love it.
All right, starting it off with a very strong set. So that's always promising. Here we go. All right, last set, actually this is second or third. I'm gonna keep it right here at this weight. I'm just gonna keep, because this is feeling pretty good. We'll go a little bit heavy on the last set, but this is feeling pretty good. Using a little bit of momentum. Getting a good squeeze is key on these. And now if you're like me, and back has always been my weak point, and getting a good squeeze mind-muscle connection has always been tough. But if you use a little bit of momentum, do higher volume just so you can feel something, focus on, do a self-check of like your form and everything, because that can always be tweaked, of course. Mine can be tweaked, of course. Everybody's can be tweaked. Everybody's form can be dialed in a little bit more, but it's, at the end of the day, it's the mind-muscle connection, and if you feel it or not. So do some of your lagging body parts, or the ones that you just don't care for. Do those more frequently throughout the week. Do a few lifts more frequently than your typical workout routine. So that's what I've got. All right, enough stalling. Let's get it. All right. Oh yeah, man, there's nothing like momentum to really get the heart going, and to really get a good pump. That is phenomenal. All right, so what we got next? Gonna go deadlift to a superset. Deadlift, we're going just 225. More focused on explosive movements, just because this is the end of the workout. I'm not trying to crush PRs right now. And I'm gonna go between 10 and 15 reps on this, and then going into single arm dumbbell rows. So it's a superset. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kick my ass. So that's what I'm looking for. Good pump at the end. And we'll end it there after about 3 or 4 sets. Call it good. So here we go. Starting now. All right. And there's no shame in using wraps. If I really wanted to focus on my grip strength, I would have forget the wraps. I'll focus and target them directly, as opposed to, having too much pride not to use them. It's like dumb. That's dumb. Use the wrist wraps if you need to. You're focusing on legs and back. I mean deadlifts. So. Oh shit. That was not good. All right, here we go. Wow, that was awful. That first rep, holy hell, not good. That was embarrassing. That first rep was so embarrassing. Wow. Okay. We'll go 15 reps at 70. All right, and 15. That'll complete it for this gnarly, nasty superset. Up the weight on that one, but that was good.